Hello everyone, good evening. If everyone can take your seats please, we're going to get started. So again, good evening and welcome and thank you for coming out and supporting our event and our cause. My name is Sylvia Hooper. I am the founder and assistant director. Doran Matthews, Doran, if you could raise your hand. Doran is the executive director. Both Doran and I originated FBA Foundation Inc. in April of 2008. Doran and I are also social workers as well as activists. I must also mention that I am a former foster youth who grew up in the foster care system from birth until I aged out of foster care at the age of 18. Doran has also been a foster and adoptive parent. FPA was formerly known as Foster Parent Advocacy Foundation in the initiation of us starting this organization. And as of September 1st, we have now changed the name of our organization and expanded our vision. Our new name is Fostering Progressive Advocacy, the People's Movement. Therefore, we are now expanding our advocacy to include various social justice issues that are affecting our community. We are also working to teach our youth what they're entitled to while in foster care and eventually have the finesse of how to advocate for other youths that are in care. Additionally, we will continue to support, empower, and advocate for foster youths in foster care, aged out youths, as well as adoptive youths. We can no longer allow our youths to age out of the foster care system and become homeless as they are. The Administration for Children's Services has deemed it necessary to become the parental figure for these children. Therefore, we deem it necessary to hold them accountable. We have charged ourselves with the mission to reform the child welfare system, to expose the corrupt foster care agencies, and empower the youth and foster parents who come forward to share their experiences. Most of the general public is not aware that foster care is a human rights issue, in that more than half of the children entering foster care are children of color. African American children are overrepresented nationally if you look at the statistics. The disparity is caused by the over-reporting of hospital and school personnel, as well as other individuals in the community who tend to over-report minority families. It is evidence that race is the predictor in the decision to place children into the foster care system. This racial disproportionality needs to be the focal point as a critical policy and practice issue within the child welfare system. We must also ask ourselves if our children are really benefiting from the foster care system and are given the opportunity to thrive when nearly half of the children in foster care have chronic medical problems and are misdiagnosed and over-medicated. About half of the children under 5 years old in foster care have developmental delays, or so that's what they're diagnosed with. Under 80% of our children in foster care have serious emotional problems. The point of today's forum is that we are calling for action. I am asking the community, I am asking you to join our campaign in order to promote change. We need to be vocal, we need to be visible, we need to be vigilant, and we need to be consistent. We need to take a stance and begin to take back the power within our own communities. Our youth are tired. They are sick of broken promises. They are tired of being taken advantage of, and they do not deserve mediocrity. They do not deserve the mediocrity that they receive from the system that is legally responsible for their well-being. You should no longer tolerate the ineptness of the caseworkers, the supervisors, the law guardians, or attorney for child as they're called now. Whoever falls within the category representing them, they should no longer tolerate this. The Administration for Children's Services, as well as the foster care system, has failed our youth, and that should be clear. They have let them down more than once. Our youth have no place to call home, and this is a result of frequent moves, inconsistent decision-making on part of the staff. That includes the caseworkers, the attorneys, as well as the law guardians, including the Administration for Children's Services. There is a lack of sensitivity, a lack of empathy, a lack of consistency, differential treatment, abandonment. All of this is a prescription for homelessness, depression, and even in instances, suicidal ideations. We need to mobilize because the number of youth aging out of foster care without adequate preparation is growing. This is a growing societal problem that demands your attention. Foster youth lack the strong family support system and the stable community ties that you have been privileged to have. Youths are given limited support in their transition out of foster care. Some are resilient, yes, and some are determined to make a future for themselves and also to make the future for the youth coming behind them an easier path. However, too many are lost to homelessness, unemployment, and are moving from the foster care system to the juvenile justice system and therefore on to the criminal justice system. Foster youth can provide vital insight of what the improvements are necessary to enhance the lives of themselves as well as future foster youth following them. This is why it is important for foster youth to join our movement, to learn about their rights, and to share their testimonies. Today you will hear from some of our foster parents, but more so from some of our foster youth. I hope this forum will inspire, ignite, and provide and provoke a spark in all of you to seek change and demand justice in your community as well as the greater community. And so without further ado, we will show you a small film, and then we will proceed on to having our foster parents join in the panel discussion. Thank you.